My friends, welcome one and all. Welcome to a new series I'm doing on this channel, bro. I'm fucking excited. I've never done anything like this before. So, welcome to Shitbox Specialist. Is it original? No. It's not original at all. I'm just talking about off-meta cars. That's all I'm doing, right? So, basically, I'm going to be taking a bunch of cars that I think are super underrated or, you know, slept on. And I'm going to be showing them off to you if I think they're good. Or if I think they're bad. If I think they're terrible, I'll just let you know. Don't drive this fucking car. It's a bag of shit. Right? So we'll be talking about underrated cars, overrated cars, slept on cars, you know, good cars, bad cars, you know, everything in between. Okay? So for this episode, I'm just doing Street Tier 1. I want to test the waters, see if people like this, and if people don't, I won't do another episode of it, because fucking whatever, right? But I feel like there's, you know, there's definitely a lot of you out there that enjoy driving off-meta cars as much as me, right? Like, I'm known as the it's pretty good guy in my fucking Discord server, where I'll just, like, look at a dog shit car and be like, no, it's good, guys, I promise it's good. But no, we're being serious here. We're being serious. If a car's bad, I'm telling you it's fucking bad, bro. If I think it's overrated, I'm telling you it's overrated, bro. Like, I am not holding any bars against anything in this series, right? But hopefully, by the end of it, you'll find a car that you really like. And maybe it'll be your new main car for off-meta. Or maybe just in general, you know? My main car is completely off-meta. The Pagani Utopia in Hypercar. Fuck the Agera, bro. I take the Utopia every race. I love the Utopia, bro. Should drive the Utopia. But before we get into the real shitboxes, let's talk about the best off-meta choice for Street Tier 1. I'm going to do this for every single episode until we run out of classes. And for Street Tier 1, it is the RS2. It's not even close. It's not even close. The RS2 is so good that it's considered meta in a lot of places. But I'm putting it here because on most Street Tier 1 courses, if it's not technical, it gets mugged by the 2.7. So, fuck it. It's off meta. This is your best off meta choice. It's got insane acceleration. It's insanely stable. It's probably the best guttering car in the class. Clueless, but no, it's really good. It's a really strong car. It's actually so good that I've seen people take in the TCM League before, on multiple occasions. But if you're on a course that has, you know, even one high speed section in it, the RS2 is basically just not a viable pick if you want to, you know, go full meta, because the 2.7 is just better in that scenario, because that's the problem with this car, and just the 2.7. To be honest, it's not an RS2 thing, it's the 2.7 problem. Is that the 2.7, by the way, if you don't know what that is, that's the 911, the Porsche Carrera 911 2.7. The handling on the 2.7 is good enough where it kind of, like, it's fine on technical courses, so you can take it there and it'll do well regardless. It's just that if it's fully technical, RS2 mogs it, right? Which is awesome. But yeah, RS2, you know it, you love it. It's the most iconic off-meta vehicle in Street Tier 1, sorry. Yeah. Now with that thing out the way, let's talk about some shitboxes, bro. I'm so ready. I'm so excited for this, man. And first up, we have the Ferrari 308 GTS. I'm just going to call it the GTS throughout the rest of this video. Or, as the chef would say, it's a Ferrari. I'm so fucking sorry about that. So, the GTS. Is it any good? Is it bad? Is it in the middle? Well, we're starting off with the banger, ladies and gentlemen, because this car, this car is really good, man. I can't lie. It's got a decent top speed. It's not fantastic, but it's good. It can keep with you know, most other cars in the class fairly easily. It's got decent NOS power. The acceleration on it is okay. It just slow shifts, which is a big problem. But thankfully, a lot of cars in Street Tier 1 slow shift. So it's not as damning in this class, hence why the 2.7 is meta, even though it slow shifts, right? Because a lot of the other cars also slow shift. The real thing that surprised me about this car was actually the stability of it with pro settings. This car is really planted, man, and it gutters a lot like the Porsche. I know I wasn't going to compare other cars to the Porsche, but I feel like it's a good comparison is the guttering. It gutters a lot like the Porsche, just better, which is nice. But like I said, the only drawback is, you know, it's the top speed on it isn't great, and the acceleration is kind of mid when it comes out the corners. But other than that, man, I really like this car. It's a really good choice, and you can win in it very easily. It's a great contender, actually. So yeah, the 308 GTS, ladies and gentlemen. What a fucking banger of a start, man. Fucking, I rate this car like 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10? 8.5? We'll say 8.5, yeah. 8.5 out of 10 for the 308 GTS. Well done, Ferrari. Well done. You've made another good car. No one's surprised about that, man. Next up, we have the Chevrolet Corvette C2 2.0 edition. What a mouthful, but what a fucking car. This is my favorite car in the class. I know it's early to be saying something like that, but this is my favorite car in Street Tier 1. I doubt that's ever going to change unless they, you know, do a balance and pass on a bunch of Street Tier 1 cars. This car is insane. I believe that this is the best hard off-meta pick in the class, as the RS2 is considered meta in a lot, well, not a lot, but on some tracks it's considered meta. This isn't considered meta on a single track in the game, so this is the best off-meta car in Street Tier 1, in my opinion. It's insanely planted, and it gutters like a beast. It is so good at guttering. I'm convinced it's actually the best guttering car in the entire class. It even outclasses the RS2. The cons for it, though, make it worse just overall. For example, it's got worse acceleration. The NOS power on it isn't as good. And it slow shifts. Before the clutch nerf, I would have made an argument to say this is better than the RS2 is. But now that clutch has been nerfed and you can't use it anymore, it's not as good anymore. Like, it does suck. It does suck, but the slow shifting aside, this car just gutters like a fucking animal, man. And if there's any car that you want to take from this video, let it be this one, man. Like, genuinely, like, it upsets me that more people don't try out this car, man. It is so good. Look at this guttering, dude. Like, it's just so smooth. It's like the F40, bro. So, oh, I love it. I love this car so much. Genuinely, like, it is just such a fantastic pick for Street Tier 1. I'm biased. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I 100% am giving it a 10 out of 10. There is no other car in this class that even comes close to how much I love this car. Just go try it for yourself. Try it for yourself, you'll see what I mean. It is fucking brilliant. You'll fall in love with it as much as I have. I promise you. It is such a good car. I cannot sing its praises enough. Go try this car. It is so good. Well, I had to talk about it eventually, didn't I? The Mini Cooper S 1969. I was told by multiple people on my team that this car is really good because it's got really good acceleration. It's got really good NOS power. I've driven it. I've driven it multiple times. Where's the acceleration? Where is the NOS power? Am I driving the wrong car? This car is a bag of shit, bro. I expect... The thing is, I'm mad because I expected that this car would actually be good, but it's not. There's nothing redeeming about it at all. It looks cool. That's like the only redeeming factor about this car. It's slow. It's got 4 gears. It's slow shifts. It's got like no acceleration. It's got no top speed. It doesn't gutter properly. It turns like a fucking pig. Dude, look. I'm okay. This car sucks. It sucks. I think this is the most overrated bag of shit in the class. I've heard, like, a lot of people, like, sing this car's praises, and I don't see it, man. I really don't see it. That was me trying to take the corner normally, and it just understeered, then started sliding. I hate cars that do this. Bro. I really hate this car. I really do. It's just not good. It's not good. I don't think there's anything redeeming about it. Do not drive. Do not recommend. I'm rating this a fucking 2 out of 10. Dog shit car. Don't even... I wouldn't even pay... Next up, we have the Maserati Ghibli 4.9 SS Coupe, which I will be calling the Ghibli for the remainder of this video, because that is a very long name. I really like this car. I think this car is a great off-meta pick if you are looking for something that's a little more slept on, something that never gets driven in grand races. I definitely think that this is a fantastic pick. It's not amazing. I will say it's got, you know, it's kind of slow. The acceleration on it is okay. But it's got really good handling, and the NOS power on it is pretty alright as well. It's just a good all-rounder, right? I think this is the perfect example of a car that's, like, super all-rounded. And it's just good in every category, right? Maybe apart from that acceleration, it's a little sluggish when it comes out of corners. But the shifting on it is okay, considering that it's an older sports car. The shifting on it is actually pretty okay. Yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing really wrong with the car, to be honest. It's just... it doesn't excel in anything specifically. It gutters nice, it just handles nice, it's nice and grippy, it stays planted to the asphalt, decent acceleration, decent NOS power. It's just good. I don't really have much to say about this car, unfortunately, because it's just good. Like, everything about this car is just good. And if you're looking for, you know, something nice and easy to drive that you know you can do well in, that's not meta, I think this would be my first choice. Maybe, you know, maybe below the Corvette, but, you know, I love this car. I really do. I really do love this car. It also looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely fucking stunning. There's just something about, like, old sports car from, like, the era that this car is from that it just does something. They just look really nice. But yeah, I'd rate this like a 7.5 to an 8. I'll say 7.5. I'll say 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. Good car. Good car. I like this car a lot. Very, very good. I recommend it. Next up, we have the Lancia Stratos HF Stradale. This car is incredible. The handling on this car is nuts. The turning circle on it is really, really good. It doesn't understeer a lot. It actually oversteers quite a bit. Especially if you don't have pro settings on it and you rip it too much, like on a tight turn. It can actually lose the back end. But the guttering on it is really good. It's got really good acceleration, really good NOS power. The only downside to this car is the top speed on it is fucking abysmal. It's really bad. So if you take it on a track like this one, I was very lucky that I made a very big gap. But if you take it on a track like this one, and there's two cars with you that have higher top end, which is quite likely, if they sit with each other, you're going to get left in the dust, and there's not really much you can do about it. The top end on it is just not good. So take this on a technical course. Take this on a course that has fast-flowing corners as well, because it can dominate there very, very easily in the right hands. It is a very, very good car, and it's also really fun to drive. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Dude, it's the fucking Stratos, man. Like, it's the best Lancia ever made. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. It's the best Lancia ever made. It's fucking beautiful looking. It's legendary. This car is GOAT status, bro. Drive it. It's really good in Street Tier 1. I promise you. You will not be disappointed. 8 out of 10. Great car. And last, but most certainly not least, we have the Jaguar E-Type Roadster Temptation Edition. I remember the summit for this car when that came out. People were a bit livid about this car and how it, like, quote-unquote, wasn't a good summit car because it didn't really change much, even though I think the car looks fine. I think it, like, the added exhaust on the back end of it actually makes it look really cool. This car is so good, man. It's so slept on. I think all the videos that were made on it when it came out, like calling it a worthless summer car, calling it shit, was like, it really did a number to the car's reputation, and it's sad because this car is really, really good, man. It's got really good acceleration. The shifting on it is actually okay. It's still slow shifts, but it's not abysmally bad. It's okay. The acceleration on it is good. The top end is fine. The NOS power on it is great, though. I actually think this car's got really nice NOS power, and the guttering is beautiful. This car gutters like a dream. It's just a wonderful car to drive. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's a lot like the Ghibli. It's just good, right? It's just a good car to take. It's a good pick. I'm taking this section recently. I don't know how you take this section yet, to be honest. I think I tried doing the outside gutter shit, but I think it's slower. I was told it's slower. I might have been lied to. That's off topic. We're talking about a car here. This car's great. I think you will really like this car. Go give it a try. See what you think. It's in the Prestige shop, so you can get it. It's not Summit exclusive anymore. You can buy it for tickets. If you're wondering what to buy next for your Prestige tickets, I recommend this car. It's great. It's probably the best car you can buy in the Season 1 section of the shop. It's a fantastic car. I recommend it. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10, just like the Ghibli. It's a great car, and it looks nice as well. It's a very, very pretty car. Don't listen to the haters. I think this car is definitely worth your ticket grind. And that about concludes the first ever episode of Shitbox Specialist. If you enjoyed this video, then please let me know. Please leave feedback, whether it's in the comments or, on Discord, because I'm going to be posting this in a bunch of Discord servers. And, yeah, I want to make more of this. I really, really enjoyed making this video. And I might try doing other formats. Like, maybe I'll do, different classes and stuff, mix it up. There's over 700 cars in this fucking game. I can do this for so long, it's not even funny, bro. I was originally actually going to do a tier list for racing, but I felt like covering, 80 cars, or however many cars are in racing, was just too much. So I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to do this instead, because this is way more fun, and this is a way more interactive form of that style of content, right? I'm not just going through a list. I'm, cherry picking cars that I like or dislike and talking about them, right? And maybe by the time I finish a class, I'll make a tier list for it. Who knows? But yeah, yap aside, thank you all so much for watching this video. Like I said, please leave any feedback that you have. If you like this, please let me know. I will do more. I will do more in a heartbeat. I had so much fun making this video. This is why I played this game now, is to try out different cars and to just have fun with it, right? The game is in a really shit state right now, and I want to have a little bit of fun, I want to try different cars. I want to make videos for you guys, and yeah, I think that's everything that I want to say. So yeah, I win this race. I just want to put that out. This is the same race where I was in the Corvette, by the way. This is the end of that race. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in episode 2. If you guys want it, I'll do it. Alright, I'll catch you in a bit. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.